Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. This is Emma here. Okay, so we left off on a massive cliffhanger. We basically left off with He Who Remains turning into spaghetti. Looks like, I don't know, it looks like it's that whole timeline, or is it just the whole universe, or the TVA has just been wiped out. Don't know what's going to happen now. Are we going to get a worse, like He Who Remains? Are we going to get, because Victor Timely was quite a sweet man and he was willing to help, so the variant that comes now could be someone that's evil and more like Kang, or it could be Kang. You had Loki, Sylvie, MOBIUS, OB, Casey, Hunter B-15, everyone just getting wiped out, and that was how it ended. There was no post-credit scenes. I have no idea where they're going to take this now, because that was a huge shock. It was, last episode was good, wasn't my favourite, but I really liked how they kept on surprising me throughout. There's a lot of things that I wouldn't have guessed, was not expecting. So yeah, I had the final moments of the last episode were just like, where are we going? Is this going to affect the wider Marvel universe? It could. You know, we've always thought that about Loki, that it would eventually affect the rest of the movies and any TV shows, but we've not really seen it so far. We've seen it a bit in Ant-Man Quantumania. It could be that, you know, we've had a lot of multiverse aspects in like the Spider-Man movie and Doctor Strange. So I'm really looking forward to what happens next. I hope Loki's okay. I hope Mobius is okay. I hope Sylvie's okay. I hope they're all okay. And I also really hope that Mobius and Loki are still together. Like I said before, and I've said it so many times, I could not imagine a show, or even now a movie, without those two being partnered up. They're both brilliant in their own right, but I love them even more together. They're just amazing together. So I'm looking forward to finding out what happens now that everything's just, is it gone? Can they change it? Can they rewrite it? I'm interested. I am excited. So remember to watch this on Disney+, and yeah, like, subscribe, comment if you like. Let's embrace the madness and get to watching episode 5 of Loki.
Jet skis.
We're finding out why Mobius likes jet skis. Oh, okay. I can't even give you any predictions because I've got no clue. This is very eerie. Oh, Loki. Okay, so we know Loki's okay. Wait, is he still in the same place? Where's everyone else? Why is it only him?
Hello?
That was him, wasn't it? Oh no, don't tell me he's caught in a loop. I think he's caught in a time loop. No. Ah! Why is everything turning into spaghetti? What the hell is happening right now? Are we in a prison break show now?
Who am I? Casey, it's me. Please tell me you know who I am.
This must be like a reoccurring nightmare for Loki, having to forget who he is.
You gotta find your own way off this rock.
And he found his own way off.
It's gonna help you heal nicely, but you're gonna have to wear it for
Oh,
6 weeks, okay?
Hunter B-15. She's a doctor. Ah! Is Mobius a model?
Your son's calling on line 3.
Oh no, he's a jet ski salesman. I was really hoping he was a model.
The TVA is
Oh,
gone.
Loki.
I think you mean ATV.
You must know they won't remember it by now.
Your son's on line 3.
Sorry, single dad. Give me a second.
Single dad.
Are you buying your own book? I told you to stop putting your sci-fi books on our shelves.
Aww.
Well, nobody buys it here.
Oh, she's horrible. Now he'll be thrilled to see him.
What I'm about to tell you is going to be hard to believe.
No, he'll believe it very easily.
Of course I believe you. It's a dream come true.
Yeah.
You need to learn how to control your time slipping.
It's random.
Okay, so that's interesting.
But it isn't random because you keep ending up around exactly the people you're looking for.
So subconsciously are controlling it.
With science, it's all what and how. But with fiction, it's why.
What's your motive?
Because if I can't save the TVA from being destroyed, there will be nothing to protect against what's coming.
Well, if that's the real why that's guiding you, you should be able to control it. So go ahead.
Oh man, this is so cool that he's doing like a teaching moment. Why do you think he needs to do the movements? He's too focused on the physicality, not on the heads.
We get the band back together.
Yes. Yes.
You can read that aura. It'll be like coordinates.
And we can use these coordinates to get back to that moment in time.
No.
Oh, I was following along with that.
We don't have one of those templates you talked about.
Well, can you build one? You can build one.
Without any of the knowledge of how it works, I would have to invent it all from scratch.
Does he have one? He has one on him. Yes, he's got a notebook.
What's that?
You tell me you wrote it.
Come on.
You did. There's one on every
We are
desk of
getting the
TVA.
bang. We are getting the gang back together. Okay. Who are we with? Are we with Sylvie or Mobius? Mobius. He doesn't want to take him away from his child. Look at him fixing himself.
Kevin, who gave you the matches?
I stole them.
Oh no.
Don't run, Kevin. Kevin.
Oh no. These children could be nightmare children.
I was actually on my way to and I happened to see you, so I thought I'd just come and say, look, I'm sorry I couldn't stick around back there.
This is given flirting.
I'm going to tell you something that's hard to understand, Mobius.
Mobius?
Mobius, that's your name.
Is it not his name here?
And you belong in a place called the TVA.
Is that right?
Oh no, he's looking a bit crazy.
It's all right, I'm a friend.
I know you are. I'm a friend too.
Oh no. He got it to work.
How did you build a tempad so fast?
I don't know if I say 18 months is fast.
Yeah.
I lost my job and my wife left me.
Oh, okay, that's sad.
I know you
No, you
from a
don't.
place called the Time Variance Authority. You saved my life when I first arrived. You saw something in me that I hadn't seen in myself.
Oh.
But I need your help to save this place. The TVA.
But is he going to leave his sons?
Oh, my boys.
They'll be fine.
Don't know if he can just say that.
I can bring you back to any point in time.
There's no guarantees with this though.
Your boys won't even know you're gone.
Yeah, but I will.
I don't think Loki should promise this.
Is in grave danger.
What were you calling me?
Mobius.
It's a pretty cool name.
Yes, it is. Come on, getting the band back together again. These people must have so much trust in Loki to just go with him. He's making his own Avengers. Loki is the hero now.
This is going to sound strange. I know you don't know who
Loki,
I am.
of course I know who you are.
Oh yeah, of course.
Their lives are reset after the
Yeah,
lunar.
I know, I was there.
Was it because they were at the end of time, or because they're gods?
Mobius's life at the TVA was taken from him. So is B-15's. OB, Casey was a prisoner. They don't remember who they are. Mobius always said the TVA was the only life he'd ever known, and he liked it.
It was never his choice to begin with, Loki.
But
The
Mobius
free
should
will
have a
debate.
choice now.
They're just speaking from their own perspective of things.
You're fine just walking away. So selfish.
Of course I'm selfish.
You both are.
I want to live.
Yeah, after all that, she does deserve her own life now.
What is it that you really want? Come on.
I want to save this. I want the TVA back.
And?
I want my friends back.
He just wants his friends.
I want my friends back.
So see, they are both focused on what they
I don't want
want.
to be alone.
Oh, okay.
You get out on the water much?
Swimming?
Yeah, or personal watercraft.
He's trying to sell these jet
No, I live in the
skis.
city. Not.
It's going to tell them all to go.
Don't bother. You should all go home.
I knew it. I understand why, but both him and Sylvie were right with what they were saying.
Hello.
Hey, how's my only regular doing?
Oh, yeah, fine.
This will either cure what's ailing you or make it a whole lot worse.
Did he just disappear? What is happening? Oh no! Oh no, it's happening to this timeline too. Oh my god. Oh, he's still trying to save her. Oh, that's really cool how they do that. See, this is your fault, Sylvie, now. Does she not care?
Everything's falling apart. The branches are dying. I don't know what's happening, but there must be something we can do.
We can go back.
First, we need to read the collective temporal aura of everyone in this room on the 10 pad.
Oh, did Casey steal it?
But I still didn't take it.
Oh, what does this mean?
No, I have to go back to see my boys.
Okay. Are we getting another Mobius? I didn't think it could happen to Sylvie.
Do you think that what
How
makes
is
it
Loki
Loki
still
okay
here?
is the fact that we're destined to lose?
Oh my god. He's super powerful. He just went back in time. On purpose.
I did it.
Did what?
Come on, Loki.
It's not about where, when, or why.
It's about who?
It's about who. I can rewrite the story.
Okay. So what's he going to do when he rewrites it? How are we going to fix this? Okay, so we just watched Loki Season 2, Episode 5, and let's start off with some of the things that I liked about this episode. I liked how we got to see Mobius and what he was doing before he went to the TVA. So we found out he's got two sons who seem like, well, one seems like a devil child, and I think he should really keep an eye on that one. And that I think his wife's either dead or not in the picture. I cannot remember which. We found out that B-15 was a doctor. We found out that Casey was a thief who was in prison in Alcatraz. Well, I assume he was a thief. We found OB was a fiction writer and a scientist. And Sylvie just decided to choose her own timeline, and for some reason she went back to work in McDonald's again. Who knows why? But I quite liked the whole aspect of Loki being able to time slip to basically just to his friends. He wasn't in control of it. It was subconsciously he was time slipping to the people that he trusted the most. And I loved the whole training montage with OB and Loki about how to actually control his time slipping. I do think that it's bizarre how quickly they all trusted Loki and decided to go with him. Like, I get why Casey did, because he didn't really have much else going on for himself. But Mobius had 2 sons, and yes, he was told that they were in danger, but to trust someone and to just go, it says a lot. I feel like subconsciously they have an awareness of Loki too, that they trust him in the back of their heads. So I found that all really interesting. Also, I love how Loki has learned to control the time slipping. That just makes him so much more powerful. If this is something that he can do, that he can keep doing, yeah, that would be a great power to have. And he became the hero, banding up his own Avengers. So I loved that he was getting the gang all back together again. He seemed to really, before he was focused on how he wanted his friends back. Sylvie was right there, but he also clearly was wanting to save everyone at the same time. It was another good conversation moment between Loki and Sylvie about free will and about control, and basically whether they're being selfish or not. And Sylvie, she admits that she is selfish. She wants to have her own life, and she thinks that the TVA and the people like Mobius, etc., they should be able to live theirs. And then Loki brought up the choice comment about shouldn't they have a choice with that. So it is interesting to know that this time it's Sylvie who doesn't want to give people that free will, that choice there. And then to have that branch of time turning into like a spaghetti thing again, and it also sort of reminded me of the Doctor Strange movie where they all started to like fade away, you know, like in the What If episode as well. Whereas this was more like, it was a different way of doing it. But then for Loki to discover that he can basically rewrite time, he can rewrite what happens next. They can do so much with this now. But it does give the question of, really, you're giving Loki all that power. Is that again taking away people's choices or free will eventually? I know at the moment it's all about saving everyone, but could it be something that, depending on what Loki decides to do, that could take away people's choices? Is this something that maybe Kang's had planned all along, to have Loki with this power, or Loki in charge? Is it another Loki that's doing this? How will this, I'm still wondering how this will affect the wider Marvel universe, and I do think we'll know more in the next episode. We'll find out, and I do think it will have a big role to play in the rest of the Marvel movies. Well, I say that now, I thought that about season 1 and we didn't see much from it, so I could be just handing myself a massive L here, but we'll just need to wait and see until we've watched the next episode, and then what happens further along as well. I don't even think this show needs any cameos from any other superhero, because all they need is that team that we've got at the moment. Loki, and just Tom Hiddleston, he's acting. It was all in his face, this episode. It was just a lot of reactions to like seeing Mobius, finding out Mobius had sons, just his discussion with Sylvie, and actually realising that it's because he doesn't want to be alone, because he feels like he doesn't have a place anywhere. So will he give himself a place somewhere? Will he find a way to go back to see his brother, or make himself back in the timeline again, or will he rewrite that completely? And is he going to stick with Mobius, or do you know, I will be so disappointed if at the end of this show Mobius goes back to his sons and that's him and Loki parted ways. I just do not see that as being a happy ending for Mobius at all, in the slightest. It makes it harder that he's got sons, because there's not a lot they can... Well, I suppose Loki could rewrite that, but I doubt he would. But it just kind of takes Mobius out of the game, because whenever they've got children, they always want to go back to them. I really hope that they stay together, and it's clear that Sylvie will probably stay with Loki, at least for the moment, to help fix all this. What she does after, she could go away and do her own thing, just start depending on what they do. See, it's all about what Loki does, what they all decide to do. I did have some issues though with this episode. I didn't enjoy it as much as the previous ones. They could have explored more moments than others. Like, I feel like we could have had a longer scene of Mobius and Loki discussing their friendship, something like that. Just, it would be interesting to find out more about Hunter B15. We just know that she's a doctor, not if she's got family or anything at all. I felt like it wasn't because of the lack of action. I just think that this episode, I felt like there could have been more added onto it, or more explored within it as well. I think it would be more interesting if they explored more the personal of these different timelines for the characters. But yeah, it was still a fun episode, and I was really excited to see Loki managing to use this new power that he's got, and hopefully he can still have. But I just felt a little bit not as interested as I normally am. That could be because I don't have a great attention span. So I don't know, I was a bit disappointed by this episode. Again, like I said, it was still good. I just expected more from the climactic episode that we had previously, with basically that all the branches wiped, it looked like they were all getting wiped out. But I just expected more from this episode to follow on from the dramatic conclusion of that one. Like, don't get me wrong, there was definitely a lot of moments in this episode that followed on from that and that were quite interesting. But I don't know, I just wanted more. I'm always wanting more. Wanted more Loki dialogue, more just all the other characters there in the gang. I wanted more like interaction between them all. But then that's just me. They only have 40 minutes in an episode. I did think some moments could be taken out, but it was good. There was dialogue between Sylvie and Loki though, where it was really good. I liked that debate about choice and free will. And I did quite enjoy seeing Mobius on his jet ski. I don't know why I assumed he was like a jet ski model at first when I seen it. I would like to know actually what happened with his wife, because I'm not sure if she died or if she left him or what. But it was funny when Loki seen him, how he like brushed his hair back as if he was trying to fix himself up for going to see him. It was an okay episode, but I'm really interested and excited to see what happens after this one. It still gives you interesting like bits to latch on to, like Loki managing to control the time slipping, finding out about where these people were from, like before they went to the TVA. So excited for next episode. I'm hoping they finish it with a bang, and I am looking forward to it. So thanks for watching again, and remember to like, subscribe, share a comment with me about what you thought, and I will see you all for the final episode of Loki next week. Bye!